Hey, what's up? This is 36 Drew coming to you, N3O Clan represent. What we have here is a tip of the week for the third week of November 2009. There'll actually be two segments to this tip of the week, and the first part will be Early Hussar Micro. Now this is a 1v1 game played on Fan Patch 1.1. I, of course, am 36 Drew, and I am playing against CT Sherwin, who of course needs no introduction to this clan and to the game in general. Since this match is a Dutch mirror, it's almost inevitable that both players will go for an early stables coupled with early hussars, usually 5, possibly 10, followed by a fortress agenda. However, CT Sherwin has a play style where she typically goes for 10 hussars, 10 skirms, 8 pikes, and then ages up. Although sometimes she goes for a little bit of a different build order. I've played her a number of times, and that normally seems to be what happens. This is not a VOD in the sense of you can't see my mouse clicks, you cannot see some other specific mouse movements, small drag, micro, and such. This is a recorded game, so VOD in the sense of voice over demonstration. So you're going to be able to actually see things slow down a little bit, just the way the recorded game played back, and that's one of the reasons I chose to use this for demonstrating early Hussar Micro. You can just see the speed at which the Hussars are moving. You'll really be able to see what I'm trying to get at here. One of the most imperative things is in a matchup where you're inevitably going to have 5 versus 5 cav early on, is that you do get all 5 cav in that first group. If that means you need to sell a bit at a market or cancel a villager, you have to do that. And here we go. 5 hussars, boom. I pull back the one that's getting attacked. So does CT. Boom. I have the one that's going in the middle getting attacked. I pull it back. So does CT. And then I repeat. We each lose a hussar there. I pull back. She pulls back. Okay. That one falls. And then I repeat the process there on that hussar that has low HP. And basically, boom, there I pull back the one that's getting attacked, and then I'm going to bring it forward, meanwhile trying to, of course, gather my crates. And basically, what I have to say about this situation is both of us ended up microing our hussars nearly perfectly. If one of us were to just leave that situation unattended, it's quite possible that the other player could have 3 hussars left over while you would have 0 hussars. And early game, that is a huge advantage. That's basically like having a 3 hussar shipment in queue. Now, another thing to think about is in this situation, you can basically devote 100% of your attention to microing those hussars. You know that there's not going to be any other raids coming into the back of your base. You know that there isn't going to be any other sort of, shall we say, more important tasks. So anyway, let's get on to part B of this VOD, tip of the week. So this is just fast forwarded a little bit to later in the game, and basically I've chosen to build a stables because I noticed that CT is massing a little bit of colonial units here, or pardon me, a barracks, and I'm going to add some skirmishers to the mix because I know that that 8 pikeman shipment is going to come without question. Now here's the tip, okay? Notice my 8 pikeman shipment is in queue. Now, what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to cancel it once it gets closer to being sent, and then resend it, and then cancel it, and then resend it, and then cancel it, and then resend it. The idea behind this is that, there you go, see, I just canceled it and I resent it. The idea behind this is that I have that shipment ready to pop out pretty quickly if CT decides to run in with that army. However, if I do make it to H3, which I'm saving the resources to do so by now, I can cancel that shipment for a much more powerful 9 Reuter, 8 Skirm, 1000 Wood, Swiss Pikes, whatever fits your situation and whatever is your heart's content. The point is, you have that military option available at all times. And by the way, this can be used with a lot of civs. With France, you can have an 8 Expo shipment in queue. When you couple that with your CDBs being so strong for fighting, as well as Minutemen from your town center, you can really quite easily beat most heavy infantry rushes. It tends to not be a big problem in my eyes. And also, with other civs, even let's talk about Spain. You could have a 8 pikeman shipment in queue and canceling, or a Rodelero shipment in queue and canceling. It really just entirely depends. Ottoman, you could be doing the same with 3 Hussars or 5 Janissaries. You'll notice all of these shipments that I'm talking about, though, are military shipments. There's not really any point in my eyes in canceling and queuing a resource shipment, or certainly an economic shipment, that, plus 20 to hunting or plus 20 to mills or something. That wouldn't make any sense at all. The idea behind this is you want to use it strictly with military. And by the way, this is a game that I did win against CT Sherwin, so I will end up letting you guys watch the big fight at the end, and you'll see just exactly why I was able to be victorious. And you'll notice it's kind of hard to tell exactly how fast I'm clicking and what all is going on. And this isn't the most most visually stunning of ways to represent something. However, you'll notice the shipment just got canceled and queued again, and there we see a Hussar creeping directly above my base, kind of at the 11 o'clock position. So you notice I also went and revived my Explorer, very useful to have. And I'm kind of not running out of hunts, but I'm always trying to be a step ahead, a thought ahead. And I noticed that CT's got a big mass of Hussars right there. So really, I'm feeling pretty pumped that she's probably not gone Fortress just yet. There, I cancel my pikeman shipment, and I'm going to throw some Reuters in queue, and I'm going to start making some from the stables. CT, seeing that I've gone Fortress, is going to decide that, I better push this 36 noob guy, or I'm going to be in trouble, because I'm going to be fighting age 3 units with age 2 units. The other decision she could have made would be to, of course, fall back and age herself, upgrade the Hussars, and so forth. So there you see, CT has shipped 8 pikes. She's got her Hussars there, and I'm going to try and keep mine on this side, pop Minutemen, of course. Going to try and get the Minutemen to get the pikemen, because really, once those fall, and there's a few skirmishers as well, I have 5 Reuters being made and the shipment in queue. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to deal with that. And my skirmishers don't fare too badly, actually, in this unit positioning. I thought it could have ended up being much worse. However, my own buildings and the Reuters coming to save the day, really don't have too much to worry about. So again, that's your 2 tips of the day, your early Hussar micro. You always want to be dragging back the one that's being attacked. You can look at either CT or myself in that situation, because basically we both did it almost perfectly. And the same principles hold true for larger groups of Hussars, 10, 11, 12. However, it becomes a little more tricky, because at that stage of the game, you're having to micro and macro manage a lot more other things. And this is GG. Thanks for watching this week's Tip of the Week. Hope you enjoy it. Take care, everybody.